Hello, my name is Mike Franzak, and I'm the Planning Director for the City of Muskegon. Right now, I'm going to be talking to you about the goals identified in the new master plan update for the Jackson Hill neighborhood. Just a disclaimer that these plans are still in draft form and we are still seeking public input and comments. And here's a look at the different topics that will be in the new master plan. And here's a look at the goals that are identified for the Jackson Hill neighborhood, which I'll be going into in greater depth in a minute. Just a reminder that these goals were identified through public participation. A quick rundown of the public participation events we've held over the past couple years. In February and May of 2019, we held a series of neighborhood association workshops. And again in 2021, we held more neighborhood plan workshops. In June of 2022, we held a series of economic development and business corridor workshops. And in 2023, we will be holding more neighborhood plan review workshops. Goal number one for this neighborhood is to protect wildlife by improving wildlife connections between large natural areas. With 4 Mile and Ryerson Creeks bordering the neighborhood to the north and the south, respectively, Jackson Hill is also home to a variety of wildlife that often travel between the two creeks. Development of a wildlife corridor plan could identify opportunities to better connect the neighborhood's natural areas. Goal number two is to bring neighborhood-serving commercial businesses back to Jackson Hill. An array of neighborhood-serving businesses once existed, supported by residents, but many have left or closed. Efforts to promote grassroots businesses owned by neighborhood residents and existing for residents could reintroduce such amenities to Jackson Hill. Goal number three is to protect remaining historic sites to the extent possible. Jackson Hill has lost many of its historic structures, and disinvestment continues to threaten those buildings that remain. These structures must be documented and researched, and viable uses for them made possible to ensure their futures. Goal 4 is to right-size overbuilt streets. Major streets throughout the neighborhood like Getty and Marquette are likely oversized for the amount of traffic they carry. Traffic studies could support road diets to right-size the number of lanes and make these streets safer for all those use them. Goal 5 is to continue to relocate waterfront industrial and shipping uses to the east end of Muskegon Lake. Over the past several decades, the city has had an initiative to move these waterfront industrial and shipping uses from the west end of the lake to the east end. Many of these have been accomplished, but there are still several that are existing. Incentives should be explored to continue this trend. Goal 6 is to increase access to the Muskegon Lake shoreline. The Imagine Muskegon Lake Plan includes a series of recommendations for better connecting the neighborhood to the Muskegon Lake shoreline. Goal 7 is to redevelop vacant residential lots through the neighborhood. The neighborhood contains many vacant city-owned lots which historically contain houses and many of missing middle types. The loss of a tax base associated with the properties strains the city's ability to provide essential goods and services to its residents. Vacant lots can also be a financial burden to maintain, with the neglected properties creating blight throughout the neighborhood. So what's next? We want to know your feedback on these goals. Please join us Tuesday, March 21st at 5:30 p.m., where the city staff will be hosting a master plan meeting for the Jackson Hill, Angel, McLaughlin, and Nelson neighborhoods at the Angel Community Church. If you can't attend, please feel free to reach out to us directly or submit your feedback online. Thank you.